Hello, people. This is the Black Love Gamer, and I'm back in A Township Tale. Now, this episode is going to be different. Why, you may ask? Because this episode was spurned on by a Reddit thread. Yes. As you can tell in the title, this is a PvP story. Let me begin by saying this thread was started by FX_steampunk. And this is his story. Hello, I am Viz Ion from the PvP community. Recently, I was part of a war on the PvP server. This lasted a couple of months and was settled with our surrender. We had to surrender. After a month-long cooldown, it appears there is another war starting. I had decided beforehand that I wouldn't fight in a war for a few months because it was just so exhausting. My main reason of making this post is simply, don't join the PvP server. Why, some may ask? And to put it brief, it's the most toxic place you could ever be. I am currently sitting in an unspecified area, hiding away from a group that hunts and targets players. For the past few days, I have been followed and almost been killed, and have been surrounded by them asking things that I don't want to talk about. But I have to, because if I don't, I am killed. But enough about me. Let's start talking about why you should not play on the PvP server. Chapter 1, The Council. When I first joined, the council was shoveled down my throat. What has been abandoned and dismantled was once a group of players who told you, you must follow these unspoken rules, or we will hunt down and kill you. I was a victim of these attacks, and for the reason that I had a name similar to someone who was planning to overthrow the council. But I did not know this, as I had just joined the server. I was killed repeatedly by players until I DM'd their leader, Baron. You have the wrong guy. But alas, I had to pay for it. Like any low-level newbie, I joined in ranks with the council, helping them with their horrible witch hunts and just killings. Because if I didn't, I would be killed. 4 times. I joined them to do this, and I felt uneasy. After some time, the council disbanded for unknown reasons. Any player could be targeted. It led some players. Chapter 2, The Bloody Aegis. After the council disbanded, I was DM'd by Baron once again, asking if I wanted to join in ranks with them to bring back justice to the PvP server with a more tight-knit community. I accepted again, but that same uneasy feeling came to me. When I learned who we were targeting, my uneasiness came back. It was one of my friends who I'd helped gather resources for, and even made some weapons for. We attacked our target, but I let him run away. I couldn't find it in myself to kill him. This time I finally answered to my uneasy feeling and decided to give intel to my friend. I was a spy for some time, until I later revealed myself. I had joined the other side. I had fought with them for many fights and many hit and runs. But sometimes enough is enough, and you get a reality check. in trying to rid the server of these players and witch hunts, we realized that the health of the PvP community was at stake. It had gone too far. We had decided to stop the war because this wasn't what we wanted. So with the other side being too petty to call it a mutual agreement, we surrendered. I finally could get on the server without fear of being jumped or watched. It was the best, but things don't last forever. Chapter 3, The Second War. After a 1-month cooldown, the next war started. One of my allies from the last war was fighting again. I didn't want any part of it. I wanted to become a merchant, to start the economy on the PvP server, but I can't because I was allied with my friend during the last war. I am being witch hunted again, even after I helped recover the server, building many stalls and bridges. I was being targeted again. They followed, watched, and attempted to kill me for hours. All because I am friends with their enemy. Since 3 a.m., I have been watched and followed in near death 6 times. It is currently 6 a.m. and I am hiding in an unspecified area, all because of the harassment I have been receiving the past few days. I would get off, and they would get off. I would get on, and they would get on. I can't seem to escape the so-called pit I fell into. Now to conclude everything. If you join the PvP server, be ready for the toxicity and hard tactics players use to kill and harass you with. I don't want anyone else to be dragged into this pit as well. Give me the Vision Valen. Give the Vision Valen Viz. And that's all that was put up by this particular player. But surprisingly, there was a retort. A retort by Skywolf, spelled with 2 U's. Okay, now on to Skywolf's side. Alright, stupid. Let's go through this chronologically. You must follow these unspoken rules, or we will hunt down and kill you. Interestingly, there was a full Discord for the council, and the rules were very clear. Don't kill new players, and don't kill in town. These rules protected new players and made the server thrive. Like any low-level newbie, I joined in ranks with the council, helping them with their horrible witch hunts and just killings. You realize that 90% of the server was not part of the council. I wasn't a part of the council. There were flaws, but it was for the health of the PvP server. It had gone too far. We had decided to stop the war, but this wasn't what we wanted. You didn't stop the war. We beat you into the ground until you lost all your ish. I didn't want any part of it. After some time, the council disbanded for unknown reasons. They weren't unknown reasons. Your friends Larry and Artie made it their job to focus and kill council members, starting the war. The war was started by them, not us. It was one of my friends who I helped gather resources for and even made some weapons for. Artie, the guy who killed new players constantly and killed council members to to kill the PvP server. After a 1-month cooldown, the next war started. One of my allies from the last war was fighting again. I didn't want any part of it. We had a spy in Artie's Discord. The guy who started the second war and your ally and you were in the same Discord. Heavy munitions guy. I found out from him that you supplied Valiant and more resources to them after we let you not be KOS'd, hence your nickname, Heavy Munitions Guy. I started chasing you and you logged every time. Let me make this clear. We will KOS you every time we see you. I am hiding in an unspecified area. You're hiding in a closed place. We know. It's an unreachable area. We know. If you join the PvP server, be ready for the toxicity and horrid tactics players use to kill and harass you with. I don't want anyone else to be dragged into this pit as well. The community is booming right now. We have grown significantly in the last week. And no one else is killed except for the people on your side. The people who killed the PvP server initially and never change. Frigid, the guy who chased you down. Oh, and also I told you to get off PvP if you don't want to die. And you called it fun. So this entire post is BS. You're salty that we found you out. And then Steampunk replies, hiding in Outlands, come find me. Skywolf says you logged, and then there's a string of other things after that. I just wanted to put this story is amazing. You have this whole guild thing, there's deceit, wars. I would have loved to have seen this. I would have watched episodes of this. This is fantastic. This put a smile on my face. And I'm surprised I'm smiling because during this I got a splinter underneath my effing fingernail and I only got half the splinter out. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do this because I don't really got that much fingernail left to go. But either way, yeah, so by the time I even get, because I'm doing the audio first, so I'm going to join up on the PvP server and see how long I last. Alright, we'll continue with the episode.